Welcome to our channel History of Coins, where we explore the hidden gems of numismatics. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of US 5-cent coins, as some of these coins are rare and can make you rich overnight. In this video, we are gonna uncover the rarest coins and their values. So make sure to watch the complete video and find out if you have one of these. Now let's continue our today's video. Top 1 today, we're diving into a coin that at first glance may seem ordinary, yet holds the potential to surprise even the most experienced collectors. We're talking about the 1964 United States 5-cent coin, the Jefferson Nickel, a piece that carries decades of history, intricate design, and for some rare examples, incredible value. If you love coins that tell a story and offer the possibility of hidden fortune, stay with me, because this coin deserves your full attention. The 1964 Jefferson Nickel is part of one of the longest-running coin designs in U.S. history. Introduced in 1938, the Jefferson Nickel features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, capturing his thoughtful expression and distinctive profile. The reverse features Monticello, Jefferson's iconic Virginia home, surrounded by clean lines and lettering that reflect the coin's elegance. By 1964, this design had become familiar in everyday American life, passed through countless pockets, wallets, and cash registers. Millions of these coins were produced, yet a small number stand out due to rare minting errors or exceptional preservation. What makes the 1964 nickel so fascinating to collectors is that it was minted during a period of high demand and complex production. That year marked the final issue before the Coinage Act of 1965 introduced changes to the composition of nickels. As a result, minting errors occurred, and these errors have become highly prized by collectors. One of the most sought-after varieties is the doubled die. On certain 1964 nickels, the doubling can appear on Jefferson's face, in the word liberty, or even in the date. This creates a subtle shadow or echo effect that makes the coin appear three-dimensional. Collectors often examine these double-die nickels under magnification, and when found in high-grade condition, they can be extremely valuable. Another error type involves off-center strikes. These occur when the coin blank isn't properly aligned with the dies, causing parts of the design to shift toward one side. On a 1964 nickel, this can result in Jefferson's profile or Monticello being partially cropped, creating an unusual and visually striking coin. The more dramatic the off-center strike, while still keeping the date visible, the higher the potential value. Die cracks and die breaks are also known on some 1964 nickels. Cracks can appear across Jefferson's face, along the Monticello building, or in the lettering. Raised metal lines from these cracks create an unexpected texture and make each coin unique. Rarely, these cracks are combined with doubling or misalignment, producing coins that are truly one-of-a-kind. There are also clipped planchets, another fascinating error variety. This occurs when the metal blank is partially missing before striking, leaving a crescent-shaped bite along the edge of the coin. Some of these clipped planchets from 1964 are exceptionally rare and highly sought after, especially when paired with other errors or preserved in excellent condition. Condition is critical when assessing the value of a 1964 Jefferson nickel. Millions circulated, enduring wear, scratches, and loss of detail. Only a small fraction survived in near-perfect, uncirculated condition, with the sharp lines of Jefferson's profile and the Monticello building fully intact. When a rare mint error is found on one of these pristine coins, it instantly becomes a collectible treasure. Imagine flipping through a handful of nickels from a jar and suddenly spotting a Jefferson whose features seem slightly unusual, the date perfectly clear, and the metal gleaming as if untouched for decades. That moment of discovery is exactly why collectors chase these coins, and why the 1964 Jefferson Nickel has remained a favorite among enthusiasts for generations. So, if you happen to come across a 1964 nickel, take the time to examine it carefully. Inspect Jefferson's profile, the letters, the Monticello, and the edges. Look for doubling, misaligned strikes, cracks, or missing metal. Even a small irregularity could signal that you've found something extraordinary. And now for the moment every collector dreams about. Certain exceptional mint error examples of the 1964 United States 5-cent coin, when preserved in flawless condition, have been reported by collectors to reach a value of $90,000. Top 2, we're exploring a coin that may seem ordinary to most people, but in the world of numismatics, it holds the potential for incredible surprises. We're diving deep into the United States 5-cent coin from 1978, the Jefferson Nickel, a coin whose design has been a staple in American circulation for decades. Yet certain examples from this year are highly prized by collectors for their rarity, unique errors, and exceptional value. If you're passionate about coins and love uncovering hidden gems, pay close attention, because this is a coin story you won't want to miss. The Jefferson Nickel, first introduced in 1938, features the iconic portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, showcasing his distinctive profile and thoughtful expression. The reverse features Monticello, Jefferson's famous Virginia home, depicted with sharp lines and subtle details that highlight its architectural elegance. By 1978, this design was familiar to every American, circulating widely in everyday transactions. But while millions of these nickels were minted, a small fraction carry minting anomalies and error varieties that transform them into extraordinary collector pieces. One of the most fascinating aspects of the 1978 Jefferson nickel is the occurrence of double die errors. On these rare coins, doubling can appear on Jefferson's face, in the letters of liberty, or even along the date itself. This creates a shadow effect that gives the coin a unique, almost three-dimensional look. Collectors prize these examples because the doubling is subtle yet highly collectible, and it significantly increases the coin's value, especially when the piece is preserved in near-perfect condition. Another exciting type of error found on the 1978 nickel is the off-center strike. This occurs when the coin blank is not perfectly aligned with the minting dies, causing the design to shift toward one edge. On the Jefferson nickel, an off-center strike can result in Jefferson's profile appearing partially cropped, or Monticello being pushed to one side of the coin. The more dramatic the misalignment, while still keeping the date visible, the rarer and more desirable the coin becomes among collectors. Die cracks and die breaks are another intriguing variety. Cracks can appear across Jefferson's profile, the Monticello building, or even through the lettering, leaving raised lines that were never intended by the mint. Some of these cracks form intricate patterns that make each coin one of a kind. Combined with other anomalies like doubling or misalignment, these coins become even more valuable, attracting serious attention from collectors around the world. Clipped planchets are another noteworthy error type on the 1978 nickel. This happens when the metal blank used for the coin is partially missing, leaving a curved, bite-like section along the edge. Some of these clipped planchets are extremely rare, and when they occur alongside doubling or die cracks, the result is a coin that is both visually striking and highly collectible. The condition of the coin plays a crucial role in its value. Millions of these nickels circulated through pockets, wallets, vending machines, and cash registers, enduring wear and tear over decades. Only a small number survived with sharp details, full luster, and pristine surfaces. When a rare mint error coincides with exceptional condition, the coin instantly becomes a treasure among collectors, often commanding significant prices in the market. Imagine rifling through a jar of nickels and spotting a Jefferson whose profile appears slightly unusual, the Monticello sharp and clear, and the metal gleaming as if untouched for decades. That moment of discovery is exactly why collectors search meticulously, because even a coin that seems ordinary at first glance can hide extraordinary value. So, if you ever come across a 1978 Jefferson nickel, take the time to examine it carefully. Study Jefferson's profile, the date, the lettering, and the reverse design. Look for doubling, cracks, misaligned strikes, or unusual textures. Even a subtle imperfection could signal that you've uncovered a rare and valuable coin. And now for the moment every collector dreams about. Exceptional mint error examples of the 1978 United States 5-cent coin, especially those preserved in outstanding condition, have been reported by collectors to reach a value of $87,000. Top 3, we're exploring a coin that millions of people have used in everyday life, yet it holds a world of hidden surprises for those who know how to look. We're diving into the United States 5-cent coin from 1984, the Jefferson Nickel, a coin whose classic design has circulated for decades, but which also includes some rare and valuable minting errors that can turn an ordinary coin into a collector's dream. If you love coins, history, and the thrill of discovery, pay close attention because this coin has a story worth knowing. The 1984 Jefferson Nickel continues the long-running design introduced in 1938. On the obverse, we see a striking profile of Thomas Jefferson, capturing his thoughtful expression and distinctive features. The reverse features Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia home, rendered with intricate detail. By 1984, this coin had become a familiar part of everyday American life, appearing in pockets, cash registers, and coin jars across the country. But hidden among the millions of ordinary nickels are rare variations and errors that make certain 1984 nickels incredibly desirable to collectors. One of the most sought-after varieties is the double die error. This occurs when the design is inadvertently impressed twice on the coin, creating a shadowed or echo-like effect. On the 1984 nickel, doubling can appear on Jefferson's profile, in the letters of liberty, or along the date. The effect is subtle yet visually striking, and collectors prize these coins because they are relatively rare and highly recognizable. Even a small doubling, when combined with excellent condition, can drastically increase a coin's value. Off-center strikes are another error type that makes the 1984 nickel highly collectible. When the coin blank is misaligned with the dies, the design shifts, sometimes cutting off parts of Jefferson's profile or Monticello. Coins with dramatic off-center strikes, while still retaining a readable date, are among the most sought after by collectors. The unique appearance of these errors instantly catches the eye and makes each coin one of a kind. Die cracks and die breaks also appear on certain 1984 nickels. These raised lines can run across Jefferson's face, the lettering, or the Monticello, creating unexpected texture and detail. Some cracks are small and subtle, while others are dramatic, almost like miniature lightning bolts frozen in metal. Collectors love these variations because they turn a common coin into a visually striking and unique piece of history. Clip planchets are another fascinating error type. These occur when the metal blank used to strike the coin is partially missing, leaving a curved bite along the rim. On the 1984 nickel, a clip planchet combined with doubling or die cracks can create an extraordinary coin that is highly desirable and rare. These types of errors are particularly exciting because they are immediately noticeable and unmistakably unique. Condition is one of the most important factors when assessing the value of a 1984 Jefferson nickel. Millions circulated, enduring wear, scratches, and dulling, leaving only a small fraction in uncirculated condition. When a mint error coincides with a coin that has sharp details, bright luster, and no signs of wear, it instantly becomes a high-value collectible. These coins are often sent to grading companies, placed in protective holders, and sought after by collectors worldwide. Imagine rifling through a roll of nickels and spotting a Jefferson whose features look slightly unusual, the Monticello crisp and fully detailed, and the metal gleaming like it has never been touched. That moment of discovery is exactly what makes collecting modern coins so thrilling. Even a coin that seems ordinary at first glance could be hiding an incredible value just waiting to be recognized. So, if you come across a 1984 Jefferson nickel, examine it closely. Look for doubling on the letters or date, off-center strikes, die cracks, or unusual edges. Any of these subtle clues could mean you've found a rare and valuable piece of history. And now for the moment every collector dreams of. Exceptional mint error examples of the 1984 United States 5-cent coin, especially those preserved in outstanding condition, have been reported by collectors to reach a value of $84,000. Top for we're uncovering a story behind a coin that has circulated in pockets and purses across the United States for decades, yet some examples hold incredible hidden value. We're talking about the 1988 United States 5-cent coin, the Jefferson Nickel. This coin may seem ordinary at first glance, but when you look closely, rare minting errors and unique varieties turn certain pieces into highly sought-after collectibles. If you love history, craftsmanship, and the thrill of discovery, stay with me and pay close attention, because the 1988 Jefferson Nickel is a coin that every collector wants to examine. The Jefferson Nickel, first introduced in 1938, features the iconic profile of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, showcasing his thoughtful expression and recognizable features. On the reverse, Monticello, Jefferson's famous Virginia home, is displayed with architectural precision and intricate details. By 1988, this design had been in circulation for 50 years and had become a familiar part of everyday American life. Yet, hidden among the millions of circulated coins are rare errors that can turn a simple nickel into a remarkable collectible point. One of the most intriguing varieties for the 1988 Jefferson nickel is the double die error. On certain coins, doubling can appear on Jefferson's face, in the letters of liberty, or along the date. This creates a subtle shadow effect, giving the coin an almost three-dimensional appearance. Collectors highly prize these double die examples, especially when the coin is preserved in excellent condition. Because such coins are rare and visually striking. Off-center strikes are another fascinating error that can dramatically increase the coin's value. When the blank used for striking the coin is not perfectly aligned with the dies, the design shifts, sometimes cropping Jefferson's profile or Monticello. The more dramatic the off-center strike, while keeping the date visible, the more desirable the coin becomes. These coins are instantly noticeable and highly collectible because of their unique appearance. Die cracks and die breaks also occur on some 1988 nickels. Cracks can appear across Jefferson's face, through Monticello, or along the lettering, leaving raised lines that were never intended in the design. Some of these cracks are subtle, while others create dramatic patterns that make the coin truly one of a kind. When combined with other errors, such as doubling or off-center strikes, these coins become even more valuable and sought after. Clipped planchets are another rare variety found on some 1988 nickels. This error happens when the coin blank is partially missing before striking, creating a crescent-shaped bite along the rim. Clipped planchets, especially when combined with other anomalies like doubling or die cracks, produce coins that are visually striking and highly prized by collectors. Condition plays a crucial role in the value of any 1988 Jefferson nickel. Millions of these coins entered circulation, experiencing wear, scratches, and dulling over time. Only a tiny fraction survived in near-perfect, uncirculated condition, preserving every detail of Jefferson's profile and the Monticello building. When a rare mint error coincides with exceptional condition, it can transform a modest coin into a highly coveted collectible, attracting serious attention from collectors and investors alike. Imagine digging through a jar of nickels and discovering one that looks slightly unusual, with sharp features, clean lettering, and a surface that seems untouched for decades. That moment of discovery is exactly why collectors are so passionate about Jefferson nickels. Even coins that appear ordinary at first glance may hide incredible value if examined closely. So, if you ever come across a 1988 Jefferson nickel, take your time with it. Inspect Jefferson's profile, the date, the lettering, and Monticello on the reverse. Look for doubling, off-center strikes, cracks, clipped edges, or unusual textures. Any irregularity could indicate a rare and valuable variety. And now, the moment every collector dreams of. Exceptional mint error examples of the 1988 United States 5-cent coin, especially those preserved in outstanding condition, have been reported by collectors to reach a value of $81,000. Top 5. We're diving into a coin that at first glance may seem like an ordinary piece of pocket change, yet it hides some of the most exciting opportunities for collectors. We're exploring the United States 5-cent coin from 1989, the Jefferson Nickel. While millions of these coins circulated throughout the country, certain examples carry rare minting errors and unique characteristics that make them highly valuable and incredibly sought after. If you're a coin lover, listen carefully, because this coin has secrets that can turn a simple nickel into a true collector's gem. The Jefferson Nickel, introduced in 1938, features Thomas Jefferson's iconic profile on the obverse. His distinctive facial features and thoughtful expression have made this design instantly recognizable. On the reverse, Monticello, Jefferson's historic Virginia home, is rendered with sharp lines and fine detail. By 1989, this design had long been part of everyday American life, appearing in cash registers, vending machines, and coin jars across the nation. Yet hidden among the millions of circulated coins are rare errors and varieties that make certain 1989 nickels extremely valuable to collectors. One of the most captivating error types for the 1989 Jefferson nickel is the double die variety. This occurs when the coin is struck twice in slightly different positions, creating a shadow or echo effect. Doubling can appear on Jefferson's face, the date, or the letters of liberty. Even subtle doubling can be very noticeable under magnification and is highly prized because it is rare and instantly recognizable. Collectors actively seek out these coins, knowing that a single double-die nickel can significantly increase in value, especially if it is in pristine condition. Off-center strikes are another remarkable variety that can make the 1989 nickel highly collectible. When the coin blank is not properly aligned with the die, the design shifts, sometimes cropping Jefferson's profile or Monticello. The more dramatic the misalignment, the rarer and more desirable the coin becomes. These off-center strikes create a visual uniqueness that cannot be replicated and immediately draws attention from collectors. Coins with these errors are often preserved in protective holders because they are both rare and valuable. Die cracks and die breaks also appear on some 1989 nickels, leaving raised lines or ridges across the coin's surface. Cracks can run through Jefferson's face, across the Monticello building, or even along the lettering. Some are subtle and require close inspection, while others are dramatic, making each coin a one-of-a-kind piece. When combined with other anomalies like doubling or off-center strikes, these errors can dramatically increase the coin's value and appeal. Clipped planchets are another rare type of minting error. This occurs when the metal blank is partially missing before the coin is struck, leaving a curved bite along the rim. On the 1989 nickel, a clipped planchet combined with doubling or a die crack produces a truly unique coin that collectors immediately recognize and prize. These coins are particularly exciting because the error is visible to the naked eye and makes the coin a conversation piece in any collection. Condition is critical when evaluating the value of a 1989 Jefferson nickel. Millions circulated, enduring scratches, wear, and dulling. Only a small fraction survived in near-perfect, uncirculated condition, preserving the fine details of Jefferson's profile and Monticello. When a rare mint error coincides with pristine condition, it transforms the coin into a highly coveted collectible that can command serious attention in the numismatic world. Imagine rifling through a jar of nickels and spotting a coin that looks slightly unusual, with sharp features, bright luster, and an irregularity that hints at a rare minting error. That moment of discovery is exactly what excites collectors, the realization that an everyday coin can hide incredible value. Even a coin that seems ordinary at first glance could be hiding a treasure that only a careful eye can recognize. So, if you ever come across a 1989 Jefferson nickel, take your time examining it. Look closely at Jefferson's profile, the date, the letters, and Monticello on the reverse. Inspect for doubling, off-center strikes, die cracks, or clipped edges. Any irregularity could mean you found a rare and valuable coin. And now, the moment every collector dreams of. Exceptional mint error examples of the 1989 United States 5-cent coin, especially those preserved in outstanding condition, have been reported by collectors to reach a value of $78,000. Happy collecting, and may your next coin hunt lead you to a truly extraordinary discovery.